Mr. Thornton, Judge Caprio says, ice in his voice, did you just interrupt a double amputee veteran describing how you assaulted him to talk about your schedule? Marcus looks genuinely confused. Your Honor, with respect, I have obligations. My father is Governor Thornton. I have meetings. This is a minor incident. He's fine. We can wrap this up quickly. Mr. Thornton, Captain Sullivan lost both legs serving his country. You pushed him for parking in a legally designated space. Your meetings are irrelevant here. Marcus shifts uncomfortably, clearly frustrated. Your Honor, he walked into the gym. He's using prosthetics. He could have parked somewhere else. I needed to get to my 3 p.m. Judge Caprio signals to the clerk to bring the gym security footage. Marcus interrupts again. Do we really need video? I already admitted minor contact. I can write a check right now. Can we skip this and move to findings? Mr. Thornton, sit down and be silent, the judge commands. The video plays. It shows Captain Sullivan carefully assembling his prosthetic legs, moving toward the gym entrance. Marcus approaches, clearly irritated. Words are exchanged. Marcus pushes, Captain Sullivan falls. Shoulder injury visible. Marcus walks away. The silence that follows is absolute. Marcus interrupts again, checking his watch. Your Honor, seriously, this is taking forever. I have meetings. 85 minutes until. Judge Caprio's voice hardens. Mr. Thornton, that is the 5th time you've interrupted these proceedings to discuss meetings. You are in criminal court for assaulting a disabled veteran. Your schedule is irrelevant. Marcus' face tightens. Your Honor, I'm just being honest. Time matters. My dad, Governor Thornton, expects me. No, Judge Caprio interrupts. You will respect this courtroom. You will respect Captain Sullivan. One more interruption and you will be held in contempt. Marcus lowers his head, finally still. Captain Sullivan straightens on his prosthetics, raising his voice with calm authority. Mr. Thornton, I lost my legs so people like you could have meetings. I risked my life. I survived Afghanistan. I survived surgery. I live every day adapting to a world that isn't made for someone like me. And you pushed me because you thought I didn't deserve a parking space. Marcus freezes. His eyes widen. The weight of those 8 words hits him like a sledgehammer. Judge Caprio picks up the phone. Clerk, I need an immediate call. Contact Governor Robert Thornton. This is regarding his son's assault case. Interrupt him if necessary. Within moments, the governor's voice comes through the speakerphone, slightly breathless. Your Honor? Governor Thornton, your son assaulted a double amputee veteran at a gym. He repeatedly interrupted this court to talk about his meetings while Captain Sullivan testified. He claimed your status justified his actions. I need you to address this immediately. There is a long pause. The governor's voice changes from professional to a father confronting failure. Your Honor. Marcus? Marcus, do you hear me? Yes, Dad, Marcus whispers, visibly shaken. Marcus, the governor continues, voice firm, Captain Sullivan risked his life for people like you to have freedom. He lost both legs in Afghanistan. He did not deserve to be pushed by anyone, let alone my son. You have shown disrespect to him, to this court, and to the values I've tried to teach you. Do you understand? Yes. Dad. You have failed completely. Here is what happens. First, you accept full responsibility for this assault. No special treatment. Second, you apologize directly and sincerely to Captain Sullivan. Third, you will serve your sentence without my influence, my lawyers, or my money. Fourth, you will participate in mandatory community service at veteran rehabilitation centers to understand what courage, sacrifice, and dignity truly mean. Marcus is crying. The transformation is complete. Arrogance replaced by shame. Judge Caprio addresses him. Mr. Thornton, your father just taught you more about honor and respect in 5 minutes than you've learned in 26 years. Your sentence is 1 year in county jail, 3 years probation, 500 hours community service at veteran and prosthetic training facilities, and full restitution for Captain Sullivan's medical costs and lost wages. Marcus serves his sentence. During community service, he works alongside amputee veterans, witnessing courage and resilience firsthand. When released, he meets Captain Sullivan again. Sir, I pushed you. I dismissed your service. I interrupted the court. I am deeply sorry. Captain Sullivan accepts his hand. Marcus, you've learned what matters. Respect is earned, not inherited. Character counts more than privilege. If this story moved you, subscribe for more moments where Judge Frank Caprio, veterans, and accountability prove that no political privilege excuses cruelty. Remember Captain Sullivan's words, "I lost my legs so people like you could have meetings." That is the legacy of Judge Frank Caprio, that is the courage of Captain James Sullivan, that is the integrity of Governor Robert Thornton. Justice served, privilege rejected, respect learned. Air like a hammer. Every arrogant tick, every eye roll, every glance at his watch is meaningless against the reality standing before him. Marcus freezes. His business deals, his meetings, his entitlement all vanish under the gravity of those words. Judge Caprio leans forward, voice calm but cutting. "Mr. Thornton, did you hear what Captain Sullivan just said?" Marcus swallows hard, nodding. "Yes, Your Honor." His voice falters, the arrogance finally stripped away. "Your father," Judge Caprio continues, "is in the gallery. Governor Thornton, this is your son's moment. What happens next is yours to handle." Governor Robert Thornton rises, composed but stern. He speaks directly to his son. "Marcus, you have just witnessed what courage looks like. This man, Captain Sullivan, gave everything in service to his country. He endured pain you cannot imagine. And here you are, worried about schedules and meetings. Do you understand the magnitude of your arrogance?" Marcus shakes his head, shame written across his face. "Yes, sir. You will listen carefully," Governor Thornton continues. "You will apologize directly to Captain Sullivan. You will accept full responsibility for your actions. You will serve your sentence without my influence, without my lawyers, without my money. And most importantly, you will work with veterans, learn humility, and understand that privilege carries responsibility, not immunity." Captain Sullivan steps closer, still on his prosthetics, facing Marcus. "I lost my legs so people like you could have meetings," he repeats. "You have the choice now, to learn respect or remain ignorant. Your actions have consequences, and I hope you finally see what that means." Marcus lowers his gaze, tears forming. I understand. I'm sorry, sir." Judge Caprio addresses the courtroom. "Mr. Thornton, your sentence: 6 months in county jail, 3 years probation, 300 hours of community service at veteran rehabilitation and prosthetic training centers, and full restitution for Captain Sullivan's medical costs and lost wages. Let this serve as a reminder: privilege does not excuse cruelty, and no schedule is more important than respect and justice." Marcus serves his sentence. During community service, he walks alongside veterans, helps install prosthetic equipment, hears their stories, and truly understands sacrifice. When released, he meets Captain Sullivan again. "Sir, I disrespected you. I checked my watch during your testimony. I interrupted the judge. I was arrogant and blind to your sacrifice. I am sorry." Captain Sullivan grips his hand firmly. "Marcus, you've learned what really matters. Meetings can wait. Privilege can't replace integrity. Respect is earned through actions, not inheritance." The courtroom stands in quiet acknowledgement. Justice served, privilege corrected, respect learned. 8 words that changed a life. I lost my legs so people like you could have meetings. That is the legacy of Judge Frank Caprio, that is the courage of Captain James Sullivan, that is the accountability of Governor Robert Thornton. The courtroom air feels heavy, almost like a physical presence. Marcus Thornton stares at Captain Sullivan, prosthetic legs, arm in a sling. And suddenly something breaks. His carefully maintained businessman facade crumples entirely. Tears stream down his face. I didn't. I'm so sorry," he sobs. Genuine devastation, not manipulation. Captain Sullivan's voice cuts through. "I lost my legs so people like you could have meetings." Marcus freezes. The arrogance, the eye rolls, the constant watch checking, they all vanish. The realization hits: his meetings, his deals, his privilege, none of it matters here. Judge Caprio watches, calculating. He signals a clerk, "Call the governor's office immediately." "If he's in meetings, interrupt him." Governor Robert Thornton rises in the gallery. "Your Honor, I'm here," he says. "Governor," Judge Caprio begins, "your son has spent 20 minutes mocking this court, checking his watch during a veteran's testimony, claiming his meetings matter more than justice. I am officially calling your office." Minutes later, Chief of Staff Margaret Chen comes on the line. "Judge, he's in a legislative meeting." "Pull him out," Caprio commands. Governor Thornton, confused, picks up. "Your Honor?" "I'm in the middle of a meeting." "Governor, your son assaulted a double amputee veteran, mocked this courtroom, interrupted testimony, and said his meetings mattered more than service." Captain Sullivan is present. A pause. Then the governor's voice shifts, horror creeping in. He did what? Marcus, still crying, Dad, I'm so sorry. Governor Thornton, calm but authoritative, Marcus, be quiet. Caprio provides the details. Marcus interrupted 6 times, rolled his eyes, prioritized business over a veteran's testimony. The gravity is clear, Governor Thornton's voice shakes. Captain Sullivan. I apologize for my son. His actions are unforgivable. And I cannot lead this state after this. I've failed as a father and a public servant. I resign, effective immediately. Exactly 90 seconds from the phone call, Governor Thornton ends his political career. Marcus sobs uncontrollably. Dad, no, please. This is my fault. Marcus, it is your fault, the governor admits. But I raised you. Apparently, I taught you your time matters more than someone else's service. That's on me. Judge Caprio addresses Marcus. Mr. Thornton, here is your sentence: 2 years in county jail, 5 years probation, 1,000 hours community service at veteran organizations, mandatory classes on military service and disability rights, and full restitution to Captain Sullivan. In jail, Marcus meets veterans, hears their stories, learns sacrifice and service. When released, he dedicates his life to veteran advocacy. He meets Captain Sullivan again. Captain, I pushed you. I called you a liar. I checked my watch during your testimony. I told the judge my meetings mattered more than your service. I said you were one guy who fell. My arrogance ended my father's governorship. You lost your legs so people like me could have meetings, and I threw that sacrifice in your face. I am sorry. Captain Sullivan grips his hand. Marcus, now you understand. Not everyone who serves comes home. But we all hope the people we protected understand what was sacrificed. The courtroom stands in silent acknowledgement. Justice served. Governor resigned. Respect learned. Veterans honored. 8 words changed a life. I lost my legs so people like you could have meetings.